Hi, I'm Sophie Chen here with OES Stories. Today we're interviewing Maddy Reynolds, a student body presidential candidate. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for doing this. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we have a few questions to ask just to sort of scope out your, platform and your potential presidency. So
Ask away.
I guess starting with your platform, why is your platform the best one?
I actually spent a lot of time on my platform originally. I really wanted to get at the essence of what and why I was running, and that was the culture of OES. And because every day I go to school and I love going to class, we have such camaraderie and we work really well together. But then as soon as we step outside of the classroom, like those bonds that we foster inside just kind of drift away and melt away. And so what I want to do is foster that culture like in the Great Hall and in our social and student life. So from there I was thinking like what references to culture could I make, and I'm kind of a Migos fan myself, so I was thinking do it for the culture, and that's kind of where the idea came from.
Cool. Well, what's your tangible route of action to achieve this? Because I know that's something you might.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a difficult process, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but part of what I see us doing is creating more school spirit, because I was a part of Spirit Squad when it was still an activity for the first 2 years of my high school career, and I actually loved doing it, making the signs and sending out the emails, and I feel that even though it wasn't the most productive activity at times, it still got the word out and promoted the sports teams and the one acts and all of the other things that OES was doing as a community. Mm-hmm. And I feel that amplifying everything that we're doing and trying to bring people together to foster a sense of community around those events will bring us together more as a student body.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So why do you need to be president to do that?
Well, the thing is, if I'm not elected president, I still want to keep doing this and advocating for our student body, because as Jack said in Gathering the other day after my speech, we should bring back Spirit Squad, and that was actually really exciting for me because that's exactly what I said in my speech. And so I went up to him right after Gathering, and I was like, I want to be a part of this. I want to rally the students behind our teams and our student body as a whole, not just the sports teams. So I would love to be student body president because it would give me a platform to really bring people together where they can listen to me. But at the same time, if I'm not, that doesn't mean I'm just going to stop what I'm doing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So what would you bring to Gathering every day?
Well, personally, I feel like I'm very energetic and I always have a lot to say, and I bring kind of a positive, exciting energy into any room that I go into, and people feed off that, and it's kind of infectious. And I've seen that not just, within myself, but when we're at the sports games or we're at the plays and people are just excited to be there, everyone else is excited, It's a feeling of camaraderie, and I feel like starting that energy in the mornings is a good way to kind of set the precedent for the day.
Cool. Yeah. So how are you spreading your campaign?
More platform based, and it's let's talk about culture. I've also posted a couple things on Instagram to keep people engaged and remind people that the election is going on and to pay attention and not just sit back idly and see how everything plays out. So I have been doing that. As well, any chance I get to talk about what I'm doing, I've taken, because, after a speech, you get up there and you say all these things in front of everyone, and people come up to you and they want to talk to you about it because they are people are engaged with what you have to say. And so instead of just greeting that with a "oh, thank you" and moving on, I take that opportunity to kind of see what they liked about my speech or what talking points that they agree with or even disagree with, because essentially a shift in culture isn't something I can just do on my own, and having the rest of the student body engage with what I want to do and essentially what they want to do as well is what's going to bring about the shift in culture. Yeah.
So last question, maybe the most exciting. If you could vote for someone other than yourself, who would you vote for?
It's a very, very interesting question. A little bit controversial, I'd say. But, the thing is, each candidate is bringing something specific to the table. And I think, well, part of what I think should happen, or what I'd like to happen after the election, is no matter who wins, is we all get together and share our ideas, because everyone's bringing something exciting to the table and something new that would definitely better the student body, and bringing those ideas and not letting them just die after the campaign process is very important. That being said, I feel that Simran is a very strong leader. She has great experience on policy board, and she knows what she's talking about. She knows the system. I'd probably vote for Simran. That's not to say anything against Noe or Nick. That's just probably where I'd cast my vote.
Okay, that's all the questions we have. Any final statements you'd like to make?
Do it for the culture.
This has been an OES story.